Life with Rules of my lovelies, inspiring you to live an empowered life.
Social empowerment.
Welcome back to our channel, and today we're diving into a topic that most of us grapple with, a topic that most of us are not comfortable with, and that has to do with, is it okay to cut off family members? Now, family is supposed to be a safe space. Family is supposed to be people that you can rely on, people that always have your back. But what do you do if the same people end up being the ones that hurt you? So when this happens, is it okay to explore the alternative of cutting off such family members? Let's explore this together and find a way forward in such instances, in such circumstances. First off, let's talk boundaries. In all relationships, be it friendships, be it romantic relationships, be it, just buddies, it can only function when you set boundaries. Unfortunately, the family dynamics sometimes cross these boundaries, be it either through manipulation, through disrespect, through toxic behavior, through making the other person feel less valuable as the other. And this is when setting boundaries becomes crucial. There's actually a quote that I love. It says, "The only people that get upset by you setting boundaries are the ones that have been crossing those boundaries, are the ones that have been benefiting from you not having boundaries." So for me, I believe setting boundaries is very, very crucial in such circumstances. When such boundaries are not in place, you're likely to get mentally drained, emotional stress. I mean, even if it's family, we all have our breaking point. You're going to reach a point where you feel like you're not safe in that company anymore, in that atmosphere anymore. And that's why it's very, very important to talk about these issues, to set boundaries, especially when I refer to where I come from. Setting boundaries in the family constellation is like a taboo because, again, blood is thicker than water, family above everything. But unfortunately, sometimes you really need and have to set these boundaries. But again, how do you know it's time to set these boundaries? There are always telltale situations. They come off with manipulation, guilt tripping, criticism, putting you down, always blaming you for everything, control behavior, the other person always wanting to be the center of attention. Those are some of the things that you can look out for to be sure, is this now getting toxic? Do I really have to set boundaries? Those are some of the things that you can look out for and keep in mind. If this resonates to you, it's very important to ask yourself, is this a relationship that I want to keep, or is it time that I do put an end to this kind of relationship and also protect my mental well-being? Now, let's be real. Cutting off a family member can be really intimidating, can be very tough, can be also very saddening. I mean, this is family, and we're taught that family above everything, family above everyone else. So it's not going to be a simple decision. But if that's the only decision you have left, then you really have no choice but to take it before it really takes a mental toll on your health. If it really gets to affect you and puts you in a dark place, then you have no alternative but unfortunately to take this decision. And just know you're not alone. There's so many people out there that have gone through that, that are going through that. I've experienced that myself. So it's never easy, but it's something that is unavoidable at some point, unfortunately. So if you really have to make such a decision and you are in a dark place because of this family constellation or family member, despite them being blood, you're not obligated to stay in this situation. Your health, your mental health comes first. And most people will say that's being selfish, but actually it's an act of self-care. You getting yourself out of that situation is an act of self-care. I hope that really comforts you and gives you the strength to make the decision that you have to make. Of course, we have to keep in mind cutting off a family member shouldn't always be the first option. There are other ways of going about it, like trying to talk about it, like seeking therapy, like even distancing yourself from this family member, spending less time with them, reducing the kind of communication you have with them, avoid them if necessary, and see if it helps, and maybe even talk to them about it and see if they're willing to put in the work to make sure that your relationship gets to a better space. But of course, this cutting out of a family member should always be the last option. So you're probably thinking, when is it the right time to walk away, like to really cut ties, burn the bridge? I say the right time is when you feel you can't take it anymore. The right time is when you feel you've had enough. We all have our breaking point, and that is the right time. Before you get to a dark place, before you become toxic yourself, that is the time you walk away forever. And however it pans out, keep in mind you are not alone. All of us have gone through this at one point or another, be it with close family or even distant relatives. And just know it's possible to heal, to move on, and even create your own family, be it like your nuclear family, like I call it with my kids, or even your chosen family. And that's why I believe family is not just blood. Family are people that choose you over and over again. People that are there to protect you and take care of your mental well-being. Keep it in mind. People that are not out to hurt you. That is what I call family. So it could be blood or chosen family. And that's something that you really have to keep in mind when you're making this decision. And most of all, that it's possible to heal, grow, and get out strong out of this situation, tough as it may seem. My lovelies, thank you so much for watching thus far. I know this topic is heavy and it's not something we love to talk about, but thank you for, keeping it in here, keeping it real. I really love to open that dialogue. I'm curious to know, have you ever experienced something like this? Are you experiencing something like this right now? How did you navigate it? Or are you still in a space where you need actually the guidance to navigate this? Let's have a chat in the comment section. Let's share our experiences. Let's share advice, and feel free to drop all your questions in the comment section so we can keep having these empowering conversations and uplift each other. If you love this video, my lovelies, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, a comment, share it with your friends, and of course, join our family by subscribing. Until next time, my loves, take good care of yourselves and each other. I am here to inspire, uplift, and empower you.
Thank you. Vielen Dank.